Good evening, clown mothers and horse racing lovers. Elvis Hedley here, and I'm trying on a few things because I'm going to the Cup next Tuesday. Fucking oath I am. I've never been to the Cup, so I got me Peaky Blinders hat on here. Look, have a look at it. Fucking half a Shelby, you fucking heart out, mate. Have a look at that, mate. It's a fucking ripper. Hey, they were in a horse racing, weren't they? Hey, the old Shelbys. Used to fix a few horse races. I bet you there's still a bit of that shit goes on these days. Don't you worry about that. Anyhow, shit, me hat's fallen off here. Fucking hell, it's fallen over me ears. Hang on a minute, I'll just get rid of the cunt. Hang on a sec. Fuck, there we go. Fuck the hat. I won't be wearing that, I can tell you. It's shit house. Anyhow, I was saying the first time I went to the race was actually last Saturday. I went to the Cox Plate. My mate rang up, he said, "Hey Elvis, do you want to go to the Cox Plate?" I said, "What the fuck is a Cox Plate, mate?" "Oh, I didn't know it was a horse racing thing. Mate, I thought a Cox Plate was a bit of armour. You know, something a knight wears to protect his ghoulies in battle." That's what I thought a Cox Plate. I didn't know it was a fucking horse racing trophy. Anyhow, I went along and hey, it wasn't too bad, mate. I quite liked it. It's got all the quite young ladies there, mate. Geez, they looked all right too, some of them. I went up to the bloke on the gate. I said, "Hey, mate," I said, "whereabouts would I find a young filly around here?" He said, "Why don't you try the mounting yard?" I said, "Fuck me, the Sheilas don't muck around in this joint. Hey, straight to the mounting yard." That'll do me. So I wandered down there. I'll tell you what, I was bitterly disappointed when I got there. This bloke smaller than me climbing on the back of horses. Fuck that. Anyhow, I had a few beers and wandered around for a day, and most people don't even watch the races. Hey, what's the point of going there? All they do is they sit around and drink piss. And they talk shit, and hardly anyone's watching the races, or you get a couple of nerds standing on the fence there, barracking for their favourite horse and talking stats, what sort of turf it is, wet turf, bloody dry turf, fucking wet thing, what weight for age, all this sort of shit. I got no idea about that. I just went, as I said, for the ladies, and I had a few beers myself. It was fantastic. While we're on the subject of horse racing, there was two horses stabled side by side at Flemington. One said to the other, he said, "Hey mate," he said, "I was running at Randwick last week and you wouldn't believe it." He goes, "What happened, mate?" He said, "I drew a pretty bloody good barrier." He said, "No, I had a great start, mate." He said, "I was leading the field for most of the race, and then all of a sudden I tripped ass over tit and I nearly went over and the jockey nearly fell off and I came in dead last, mate. Got done." He said, "Geez," he said, "similar thing happened to me at Caulfield." He said, "Another thing," he said, "so I had a great barrier too, mate. Same as you, mate." He said, "I was going well too, mate." He said, "And I was belting down the straight there." And he said, "I was about 3 lengths in front. And this old nag, buddy about 10 years older than me, and then he'd come up by me and beat me." He said, "Oh, mate, that's tough luck." All of a sudden, this greyhound walks past. He goes, "Hey, fellas," he said, "I couldn't help but overhear you talking." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, similar thing happened to me." Well, not really similar. He said, "You blokes had bad luck." He said, "I had the opposite." He said, "I was running up at Dapto, the old Dapto dogs." He said, and I got a great start, and I'm running my ass off down there. He said, and I'm running, and he said, "I'm running that fast, I actually caught the lure." That's right, I caught the lure in my mouth, and when it stopped, it flung my ass over tit, and I went flying through the crowd. And one of the horses said to the other, he said, "Fuck me." And the other horse said, "Yeah." He said, "I don't believe it." He said, "Either do I. A fucking talking dog." Anyhow, I've got 2 words for you. First is get, second...